It's time now for the PHL 5 o'clock news for this Thursday evening, January 8th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. I got 5 o'clock news at 9 there, and our top story here at 5 o'clock here is police in head-to-toe technical gear and wearing body masks gathered at forced outside of Paris today as manhunt continued for two suspected terrorists who killed a dozen people on Wednesday. California Democrat Senator Barbara Boxer, a tenacious liberal who was elected to the Senate in 1992, heralded a new era for women at the upper reaches of political power, announced Thursday that she will not seek a re-election to a new term next year. Former FBI Director Robert Mueller's investigation in the NFL's pursuit and handling and evidence in the Ray Rice domestic violence case found no proof anyone in the league office would receive a video of punching out his then fiancee at an elevator. Honda fined $70 million for not reported death injury complaints. The Connecticut Supreme Court upheld a prior ruling Thursday that a 17-year-old cancer patient cannot refuse chemotherapy treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma. A day after terror struck Paris, Europe's far-right and anti-immigrant parties pressed home the message that has fueled the resurgence that continent's massive number of Muslims are dangerous. In Bachi, Nigeria, Boko Haram militants have killed dozens of people and burned down homes in the northeast Nigerian town of Bagan in the past 2 days in a second killing spree that seized control there at the weekend, witnesses said. In Tampa, Florida, a Florida man with a trouble pass threw his 5-year-old daughter over the side of a bed on Thursday, and she was later found dead after the 62-foot drop into the frigid Tampa Bay, police said. In Boston, placing his hand on the family Bible, Republican Governor Charlie Baker took to his office on Thursday and said in his inaugural speech that some of the state's toughest challenges have been pushed aside or ignored. White House Speaker John Boehner denied two members' appointment to a powerful committee. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell meted out no such contribution. Members of the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee approved the Keystone XL legislation on Thursday. Mybar said Thursday that her first year as CEO of General Motors contained both disappointment and progress as the company would call a record number of cars and trucks, but also to improve its handling of safety problems. The activist hedge fund Starboard valued further on Thursday that Yahoo might employ a type of complicated transaction to dispose its minority stakes in the Chinese internet giant Alibaba Group and its publicly traded Yahoo Japan. After posting holiday shopping sales and high end of meter expectations, department store chains JCPenney and Macy's headed into 2015 with a focus on small operations and fewer employees. As JCPenney, Macy's to shutter dozens of stores, left scores of workers, and the JCPenney stores that are closing are at Providence Place Mall, Silver City Galleria Mall, and Hanover Mall. Angelina Jolie is accustomed to mingling with A-listers, but she took things to another level on Thursday when she shook hands with Pope friends after a screening of Unbroken. In Beverly Hills, California, 4 years ago, Globe's host Ricky Gervais turned his sharp tongue on voters of the awards show, ridiculing them for nominating the poorly reviewed Johnny Depp Angelina Jolie action thrill The Tourist. Supporters have raised the specter of a campaign designed to topple a man who is one of Hollywood's most beloved stars and inspiration to many. And Elvis Presley and Idol millions after twisted hips would have been 80 years old today. A careful study of images taken by NASA rover Curiosity has revealed intriguing similarities between ancient sedimentary rocks on Mars and structures shaped by microbes on Earth. New findings include images that show decade-old shells of ionized gas racing away from the largest star and new 3D models that reveal never been foreseen features of the star's interactions. NASA has launched a line of exoplanet travel viewer posters that are simply out of this world. The artworks are inspired by vintage travel posters and give a glimpse of what life has been like in Kepler 186F. South Carolina state health officials say 14 more people in South Carolina died from the flu last week, even as the total number of flu cases reported decline. In Geneva, final stage trials of experimental Ebola vaccines will begin in January or February in the worst-hit West African countries as scientists and drug makers race to block the deadly disease, the World Health Organization said on Thursday. Take a look at closing stock market reports here. Dow Jones 7907.87 up 323.35. S&P 526.14 up 36.24, and Nasdaq 4736.19 up 85.72. European markets DAX 9837.61 up 319.43. FTSE 6569.96 up 150.13. CAC 404260.19 up 147.46. Asian markets, Nikkei 17167.10 up 281.77. Shanghai 3294.35. Down 79.61 and HSI 23835.53 up 154.27. Oil markets 49.01 up 36 cents. Brent 51.12 down 3 cents. And natural gas 2.961 down up 9 cents. And the gold 1208.68 down 2.10 cents. Silver 16.37 down 174 thousandths of a point. And copper 2.768 up 9 thousandths of a point. And the bonds, US 10 yield 2.0179% up 66 thousandths of a point. German 10 yield 0.511% down 2,000 a point. Japanese 10-year yield 0.29% up 1,000 a point. FX bonds there. European US dollar 1.1791 down 1,000 a point. US dollar Japanese yen 190.66 up 130 a point. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.5085 down 2,000 a point. Take a look at New England alerts here at 5:06 there. Abington, Massachusetts at 2. Alarm, heavy smoke and fire. A respondent. Renfrew, Massachusetts at 383 Shirley Street. A small fire now. Knocked down. Checking back extension there. Lowell, Massachusetts. Elevator rescue at 19 Riverside Street at the UMass Law and also one party trapped in an elevator. Unknown floor. LFT. Rescue 1 and UMLPD responded. Providence, Rhode Island, code red at 56 Cal Street, a 2.5-story wood frame fire occupied structure. And in Stoneham, Massachusetts, 93 northbound, IO spot upon 5-car motor vehicle accident with 3 cars in a high-speed lane. Chatham, Massachusetts, wood fire at 28605 Main Street, MA, and from Harwich and Bristol, Route 20 is shut down from 137 to the Morton Road. Saugus, Massachusetts, 314 Central Street, motor vehicle accident company is arriving in Chatham, Massachusetts, 2605 Main. Alright, let's take a look at sports news here. Sure, Spygate. The incident with the New England Patriots were caught filming Jets coach signals during a game of Seoul 2007 as Jets fans will love what Don Shula called New England Patriots Bill Belichick. Congratulations to Bill Self and the Kansas basketball program. You did it impossible. Land a 5-star prospect over Kentucky as quarterback elected to take his downs to Lawrence Thursday, meaning the Jayhawks beat out the Wildcats. When the New York Islanders acquired J.P. Paris in 1975, they hoped this veteran presence would help provide direction to a young team in the depth and more. And tonight, the Boston Bruins be at the TD Garden tonight, taking on the New Jersey Devils. Game time, 7 o'clock here. Peter Chell News Times now, 5:07 here, and it is time now for a little traffic report here on this Thursday afternoon, going into Thursday evening here, and Southwest Expressway and southbound side backed up from the Pike all the way down for the split. Southwest Expressway northbound side is backed up from Furnace Brook all the way out to Morrissey Boulevard, and you hit the brakes again from Massey all the way down for the Tippy Little Tunnel, and the northbound side is slow. Mass Pike on the westbound side is backed up from South Boston, you hit the brakes again from 93 all the way out to the Austin Brighton tolls. Mass Pike eastbound side backed up from the Prue Tunnel all the way out to the 93 here. Mass Pike on the westbound side backed up from West Newton all the way down to Natick here. 120 southbound side a little slow from University Avenue all the way down through 95 to the next to done. 120 on the northbound side around 95 in Kent, so expecting delays. The 95 stops slow from 128 in Kenton all the way down for the Ponce Street in Norwood. 128 southbound backed up from Randolph all the way down for Braintree split there. Route 93 northbound backed up from Zigmund's all the way down through Medford, and hit the brakes again from Stoneham all the way down through Redding near, and it's slow all the way down for Route 62 in Wilmington near. Route 3 northbound backed up from Route 62 in Burlington all the way up to the Billerica. 495 southbound backed up for 93 in Andover all the way down for Route 3A in Lowell, so expect some delays here. 95 is Mulan Fine from 120 through New Hampshire border. 120 otherwise. You have Mulan Fine from Gloucester all the way down for Braintree. Route 1 northbound side is backed down for River down for Saugus here, so expect a little delays here. 495 otherwise is Mulan Fine from 128 to 495 is Mulan Fine from Amesbury down for Salisbury. 95, 24 Mulan Fine from 128 to the Rhode Island border. Route 3 Mulan Fine from Braintree down at Sagamore. 206 mile fine on Cape Islands. 195 is mile fine for Providence, down for Wareham here. And take a look at the Providence area outlook here. 95 minutes up inside is a slow slope from Brent Street all the way down for downtown Providence. 95 northbound backed up from 195 down for downtown Providence around Route 6 and 10 connector here. But otherwise, smooth sailing in Rhode Island here and smooth sailing around Worcester here. Peter Chillin Newsom, 510. Take a look at the weather report here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 5 o'clock. 17 degrees at temperature with fair skies, humidity 41%, wind speed up about 3 miles per hour, barometer 3.30 degrees, visibility 3 miles, and a wind chill of 17 and dew about 3 degrees, and visibility 10 miles an hour here. Alright, let's take a look at current conditions around the region here. 18 degrees at temperature in Boston, 43 the water temperature, 17 in Pittsburgh and Bedford and Beverly and Gloucester. It's 18 in Naval, 26 in Worcester, 16 in Sturbridge, 17 in Webster, 19 in Milford, 18 in Taunton, 19 in Taunton and Bedford. It's 21 in Plymouth, 18 in Falmouth and in Martha's Vineyard, 18 in Cape Cod Bay, 19 in Provincetown and in Nantucket, 17 in Chatham, 21 in Block on Westerly, 18 out in Smithfield, 21 in Providence, 20 in New York City and Islip, 22 in Montauk, 21 in Long Island Sound. It's 22 in Bridgeport, 21 in Waven. It's 19 in Denver, 18 in Waterbury, 20 in Meriden. It's 21 in Northford, 20 in Winslow. It's 20 in Springfield, 20 in Greenfield, 16 in Norfolk, 16 in North Adams. It's 15 in Pittsfield. It's 20 in Albany, New York. It's 17 in Glens Falls, New York. 12 in Rutland, Vermont. 5 above in Bainton. 12 in Brattleboro, Vermont. It's 15 in Lebanon, New Hampshire. 18 in Keene, New Hampshire. 13 in Jefferson, New Hampshire. 12 in Laconia, New Hampshire. 17 in Concord, Manchester, and Nassau, New Hampshire. 19 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. 17 in Taunton, Maine. Here. Take a look at our map situation around the country here. The surface map shows station front from British Columbia merging with a cold front from southeast of British Columbia, stretching it down for western Montana, down for Wyoming, down for southern South Dakota, merging with a pink front down from Minnesota, with a low pressure in the northeast of Minnesota. Got a warm front from northern Iowa, stretching down in western Illinois here, and a cold front from eastern Cuba out to sea. Front of eye from northwestern Mexico down from northeastern Arizona. Front of eye from eastern North Dakota up in western Ontario here. And we got high pressure off of Baja California coastline here, and we got a ridge of high pressure covering much of the southeastern states here, while we got low pressure in northeastern Minnesota and northeastern New Mexico here. 7 above is our temperature right now here in Detroit. It's 10 above in Pittsburgh, 24 in Washington, D.C., 31 in Atlanta, 72 in Miami, Florida. It's 41 in Brownsville, Texas, 35 in Dallas, Texas, 27 in Kansas City, 5 above in Chicago, 15 above in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 29 in Normal, Nebraska, 10 in Great Falls, Montana, 40 in Seattle, 55 in San Francisco, 69 in Los Angeles, Phoenix, 65 in Las Vegas, 41 in Salt Lake City, 46 in Denver, and 36 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here, take a look at our Fort radar situation. Shows some snow showers off the Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket Islands here, and some snow showers in near Ethel and south of Keene and northwest of Jeffrey, New Hampshire here, and spotty snow showers on central and east central portions of Nova Scotia, southeastern portions of Newfoundland's getting some snow showers. While we're seeing our snowmaker for tomorrow is in much of the Great Lakes around eastern Wisconsin, much of Michigan, northwestern Ohio, northern Indiana, northern Illinois, and eastern portions of Illinois, and stretching out for Iowa with some snow showers in central and western Iowa here. Spotty snow showers in eastern Dakota down to Nebraska, and snow showers in the northwestern Nebraska, stretching down west central portions of South Dakota down to south central portions of Montana, while seeing some rain showers around northeastern Florida around Jacksonville, rain showers in southeastern Florida around the Miami area, and some rain showers around south central portions of New Mexico down for southern portions of Arizona, and some rain showers up the San Francisco Bay, and rain showers in southeastern portions of Alberta. Rain showers in southeastern portions of Alaska here. Take a look at our satellite loop here, and it shows clouds covering much of the northeastern states around much of the Great Lakes and around Minnesota, around the Dakotas, and up into Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, and patchy clouds covering much of the Oregon and Washington, up into southeastern Alaska, and stretching down for northern California here, and another line of clouds covered from southern Arizona down over Nebraska, down for southern Arizona and southern New Mexico, down for southern Texas, and off the Louisiana coastline here. in north central portions of Mexico. Here. And spotty clouds in southern portions of Florida. Here. Here we take a look at our forecast this Catherman region here. It shows well below normal temperatures looking generally east of the Rockies. Heavy lake effect snows are expected during the next couple of days, and potential ice may occur along the Texas-Mexico border into central Texas. A very cold pattern will be in place as the deep upper trough anchors itself across the northeastern sector of the continent. Several disturbances are forecast to surge from the upper Midwest into the Great Lakes and northeast of the United States, supply multiple reinforcements of Arctic air mass. High temperatures on Friday expected to range from 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit below normal across the vast majority of the South United States and the Great Lakes, and this places high temperatures at or below freezing as far as central Texas. All this Arctic air will work its way eastward, bringing some more sub-freezing readings to the eastern third of the country. And of course, the accompanying wind will draw the wind chill temperatures to very low readings at times. And this overall pattern is expected to persist well in the weekend while the western states remain more mild in nature. The anomalous cold air overriding the milder lake surface will invigorate multiple periods of lake effect snow showers and vertical temperatures profiles appear quite unstable given such cold air funneling overhead, and favorable wind trajectories will allow such significant snowfall downwind on many of the major lakes, particularly east of Lake Erie and Ontario over the course of the next couple of days. The WPC winter weather desk expects 12 to 18 inches of snow east of the pair of lakes, while 6 to 10 inches will be more commonplace downwind of Lake Superior and Huron. A slow moving upper low will gradually work its way across Mexico during the period as moisture returns from the western Gulf of Mexico will pick up in events in the system, allowing for a more concentrated excess of precipitation areas affected should include central eastern Mexico and into the southern half of Texas as enough cold air lingering at least on the lowest levels of the atmosphere may allow for a mixed phase event. A mixture of freezing and sleet is possible along much of Rio Grande and extended inland to the sections of the central Texas while light in nature. Any ice accumulation will make it travel hazardous in the sector of the country. Here. Anyway, forecast discussion around region here. A fast-moving system will bring a period of snow to much of the region Friday morning, along with some strong damaging winds for portions of southeast New England, both of which will impact the morning rush drive. A cold weather will return for Saturday with some warmer by Sunday. Forecast confidence becomes quite low for early next week, but there is potential for some unsettled weather. And near term into midday Friday and tonight, quiet weather winds continue to turn southwest as a ridge of high pressure south east region shifts to the east, and we'll begin to see increasing clouds out of the southwest towards the skies remaining mostly clear tonight and the midday Friday. An Arctic service dives in the south into the eastern Great Lakes region and Friday morning, tending to the southwest northeast thermal gradient across southern New England, yielding an enhancement of southwest blow, a conscious model of guidance. Average 50 mile per hour southwest winds of 1 to 2 KFT AGL in an unstable environment with dry erratic lapse rates up to H8, especially over the warmer ocean and adjacent shores, which will easily allow a mixed down of faster winds off to the surface. Also, strong southwest astrotropical moist pasture ahead and a reinforcing cold front associated with a aforementioned after disturbance, and beneath the fluent support a loss should yield substantial deep layer of lift from the dendritic growth zone, especially over the interior of South New England. Expecting a stratiform band of snow immediately ahead of the cold front centered around the morning rush. Consider the orographic support along the western slopes of the high terrain and a cold air mass well in place, with precipitation amounts around 1 to 2/10 of an inch. Expecting fluffy snow resulting of high snow to liquid ratios. For the wind airlines, high wind warnings continue for the Cape Downs included Buck Island, with wind rising for issued for coastal southeast Massachusetts and Rhode Island, while also including Cape Ann, there are possibilities that a wind advisory country may be across interior portions of southeastern New England will allow for later shifts evaluated by the constitutional guidelines along with the extrapolation of winds mixing down. The service places along the highest confidence of our meeting and exceeding wind headline criteria along the coast, like the strong damaging winds there. And snow headlines accumulation in near advisory levels 3 inches in 12 hours are quite possible, and highest confidence would be across the western slopes of the terrain, but the majority of the guidance places just below winter weather advisory criteria with a total snowfall accumulation around 1 to 2 inches, as along with the impacts of Northern Below have issued a special waiver statement online the expectation of snow during the morning rush. Snow impacts, snow expected around the morning commute, which time impacts such as reduced visibility is down to 1.5 Mild and snow accumulation make slick and hazardous road conditions. This western half of New England, western Massachusetts, Connecticut will see the impacts at the height of the morning rush at the eastern half of the New England, eastern Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, seeing in effects toward the tail end of the morning rush. Here. As we're going to take a look at our weather notes here. Stormy here in eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. State coast direction remain arriving between 9:30 and moving out by the noontime hour. And will be arriving at 5 a.m. and leaving at 9 a.m. arriving in eastern New York around the capital district of Albany, New York. And western and central Massachusetts at around 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. And snow will be in New York City between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. And snow will be out of here by the afternoon hours here. And up to an inch of snow for eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island and coastal Connecticut and New York City vicinity and Long Island, and then 1 to 2 inches will fall in western and central Massachusetts and upstate and eastern New York and New England there. And wind chills are in the single digits in teens so far. And last time, below zero in Boston, January 24th, 2011, 2 below. And tomorrow's high is 26 to 36 degrees here. As tonight's low is going to be starting off in the teens, but expect it to rise much of the night in the overnight hours tonight. As snow will develop between 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. here, and snow will stick immediately on cold roads, may fall briefly moderate to heavy, and snow ends by early Friday afternoon impact to morning rush hour, especially interior, and 50 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts. That face could make limit and cause some isolated power outages here. As we're going to take a look at our special weather statement in effect. Snow will overspread the region from west to east between 7 and 11 a.m. While the bulk of the snow will only last a few hours. It will fall moderate to for a short time. A quick inch or two of snow accumulation is possible. The concern is that the snow will accumulate immediately on cold road surfaces. It also possible that some of the snow coincides with the tail end of the morning rush hour. Motorists traveling Friday morning should be prepared for snow-covered roads and visibility reduced to 1/2 mile at a time. Snow should come to an end by early Friday afternoon. Day 1 tonight has the weather not expected time. Day 2 for 7. Friday for Wednesday. Friday morning, snow expected around the morning commute, of which time impacts such as reduced visibility down to 1/2 mile, and snow accumulation will make for slick and hazardous road conditions of western half of New England, western Massachusetts, Connecticut. We'll see the impacts of the height of the morning rush with the eastern half of New England and eastern Mass and Rhode Island, seeing impacts towards the tail end of the morning rush. Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, increase the clouds with a temperature rising to around 23 degrees by 5 a.m. in the morning. Southwest wind about 69 miles per hour with a gust as high as 22 miles per hour. For Friday, snow likely mainly before 2 p.m. Cloud skies by mid-morning and gradual clearing skies with a high near 33 degrees. Southwest wind about 10 to 17 miles per gust as high as 39 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 6% with new circulation less than 1 inch possible. Friday night, clear sky low about 13 degrees. West wind about 5 to 7 miles per hour for Saturday. South sky about 22 degrees. West wind about 9 miles per hour. Gust size 28 miles per hour. Saturday night, most of the sky low about 9 degrees. West wind about 5 miles per hour for Sunday. Most of the sky about 30 low about 23 degrees. For Monday, chance of snow showers with most of the sky about 36 low about 23 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. For Tuesday, same sky about 34 low about 21 degrees. For Wednesday, most of the part of the sky about 34, low about 23 degrees. And for Thursday, chance of snow with some most of the sky about 37 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. Peters, what a phrase of the day. A snowy morning to top for tomorrow. And increase the clouds tonight with rising temps. P Wednesday, have a good evening with goodbye today. See you for a late night sign-up report if you're 10 or 10:30. Depends on sports roundup.